Welcome. In this video, we are going to be creating a spring bunny using implied texture. The materials you'll need are a white paper, pencil and eraser, Sharpie or black marker, colored pencils or whatever you want to use to color, scissors, colored construction paper, and glue or a glue stick. The elements of art that we will use are line, shape, value, and texture, specifically implied or simulated texture, giving it the way something looks as if it could feel. So we are going to give it the illusion of fur on our spring bunny using lines and patterns, specifically vertical and graduated line. Your I can draw a spring bunny using elements of art, line, shape, value, and texture. In order to get the right proportions for our bunny, we are going to begin by dividing our paper into 4 equal parts or quadrants. So use your ruler and you're going to just draw a line down the middle of your paper and then crisscross it to create an intersecting line in the middle that divides it again in half. So now we have 4 parts. Next, we're going to draw a circle in the bottom portion of our paper. I like to draw 2 little tick marks just to kind of guide where I want the top and bottom to be. Once we have our circle finished, we need to draw a slightly curved line that goes from the middle of our paper on both the left and right side. So you're going to draw a curved line on the left that connects almost to the bottom of that circle in the center, but not quite, doing the same exact thing on the right-hand side. Next, we're going to draw a curved line that connects both of those 2 lines that we just drew. Think of it as a pear shape or an avocado. So a curved line that just stretches down to the middle of your paper, touching those curved lines you just drew. Now that we've completed our bunny's head and nose, it's time to give him 2 great big ears on both sides. So you're going to just draw 2 little lines where you want your ears to start, and you are going to begin by drawing a big curved line to the right hand side, and then sort of an ellipse shape, bring that back down and touch the top of your head. Now you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Next, we're going to create some elements on our bunny's face. So we're going to start from the line of our ear and go all the way down to our nose. Just 1 big curved line on the right and the exact same on the left, creating symmetry in our bunny's face. Next, we are going to be working on our bunny's eyes, creating 2 oval shapes. Once you do your oval shape on the left, I like to use my ruler as a guide to know where to start the top of my eye and the bottom of my eye, so they are approximately the same size and in the same placement. And we're going to draw 2 smaller circles inside those ovals to give our eyes some more detail. I like to make the top of the nose not quite so round to give it a little bit of more realistic nose looking instead of it being a perfect circle. Then you can go up to your eyes and give it some extra details, maybe some eyelashes. That's really up to you. And then we're going to work on our rabbit's nose and mouth. So we're going to create a little, almost like a triangle shape. And then we're going to round those corners for his nostrils. We're going to draw a straight line down, and then 2 curved lines that go up and touch almost the edges right there of our circle. And we are creating our rabbit's mouth. Then I like to give it another curved line right underneath. There you go. And one more curved line, creating our rabbit's mouth. And because we're talking about texture in this lesson, we are going to give our bunny a furry patch on his body using a series of simple wavy lines that start in the middle and work our way up to the top of his head or neck. Next, we're going to create some dimension and detail with our rabbit's ears. So I like to sketch out just a simple little curved line on the inside, on both sides, allowing me to know exactly where I want those lines to be. Now that just makes our ears look a little bit more 3-dimensional. Once I have those sketched in order to give the illusion of texture like it's the fur, I'm going to just draw a simple wavy line, just subtly over that line that I drew. Once we have our ears finished, we're going to go back to our bunny's face and give him some whiskers. So I'm going to just draw 3 little dots and then 3 curved lines that go on both the right and left side for my bunny's whiskers in varying sizes. Next, on the top of his head, because he's our spring bunny, we are going to draw a beautiful flower crown. Now, we're using just a series of shapes and lines to create a variety of flowers and leaves. You can sort of watch me or feel free at this point to use your creativity and your imagination to create any kinds of flowers that you would like. There's no right or wrong to this process. Have fun, make them unique and beautiful. I can't wait to see your flower crowns. Once your flower crown is done, you can grab a black Sharpie and trace all of those lines that you drew. Now you'll notice I have some curved lines on my bunny's face, body, and ear. Those are going to be guidelines for me to draw my fur, which is just going to be a series of straight lines that I draw with a super fine tip Sharpie. Now if all you have is a regular fine tip, that is fine too. So I like to have my lines go in the direction of those curves. So I always start with the one in the middle and then have my lines radiate to both sides on the left and the right, giving those lines sort of a curved shape, as you will, helps give our bunny a little extra form or 3D quality. Now again, these little lines are going to be used as our implied texture for our bunny. If you don't want to draw the curved lines prior, that is fine. Just make sure that you don't trace those curved lines with your Sharpies. Again, they're just there as a guide to show us what pattern we want to draw our lines. Once you have finished drawing your implied texture with your lines, go ahead and begin coloring your bunny's face and ears. I am going to use colored pencils because we've been practicing value. I want to show depth with my rendering using light to dark in my shading. Now, if all you have is crayons or markers, that is great too. Now I'm going to begin my flower crown using any colors of your choice. And lastly, I'm going to color in my rabbit's center of his face. I'm going to go from dark in the middle to light on the edges. Again, giving it some value and volume, making it just a little bit more three-dimensional. So I'm going to start with my lighter color and just build up with a darker colored pencil as I work. Next, grab your scissors and a piece of paper, construction paper, that you think will complement your drawing nicely. Then you're going to carefully cut around the edges. I like to avoid cutting right on the line, and you are going to be gluing this to that piece of construction paper that you chose. Once your bunny is cut out, go ahead and grab your glue stick or glue bottle and rub a generous portion of your glue stick on the back of your bunny. Then go ahead, flip it over, press it down nice and firmly, and voila, you have created a beautiful spring bunny using texture. Well done, my most amazing artists. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please feel free to subscribe and join me for more fun art lessons.